I'm gonna get straight to it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you like the content, share. Let me know if it's any stories or something. You like the story time. Again, I don't like to put this content in one category, but it's definitely. I speak of these things or certain um, subjects and topics because we're living in strange times, and people are having experiences that they can't a lot of times explain. You're not crazy. You know, if sometimes you feel like you see shadows or something in your peripheral vision, excuse me. You're not crazy. If you see certain things that's in the sky that may not look right. See, they had a lot of talks, you know, about drones or uh, UFOs or UAPs, if I said that right, unidentified flying phenomenons or something like that. But there's a lot of things going on, and this is where discernment come in at full, where you have to have discernment. But there's a lot of things going on. A lot of people saying they see certain things. It was all this whole big alien talk. It always seemed to come and go. The whole mall situation, where they said seen these beings, etc. And that's also why I'm speaking about what they would call the Anunnaki, those that came down from heaven to earth. Okay, just like you have like grays, the gray alien. Some believe that certain what you would call aliens or the grays are actually demons or some type of demons. So you're not crazy if you're an out of the box thinker. You just probably experience certain things. You may have a higher anointment in your life, especially if you're going through a lot of trials and a lot of tribulations constantly. You just got to pay attention to the synchronicities and numbers, and signs. But again, people constantly saying they see these UFOs, etc. Now, again, I'm not an expert when it comes down to biblical texts, but I do believe even in the biblical text was speaking of star beings, excuse me, in the war in the heavens, you know, that came upon the earth or etc. Like as above, so below. Um, and speaking about like the whole Anunnaki, again, when I spoke about also like you have so many different types, so I try not to go through so many because I don't know them all, but it's probably so many that could you wouldn't be able to name them all. Because you're talking about the land civilizations, the water civilizations, you know, the sky civilizations. So this is not part 3 too about the whole Anunnaki thing, but I just want to make sure I'm touching the details because some people believe that it was all mythical as well, like the Egyptian story. Some believe there was mythology, you know, and some believe that this was, like I said, actual beings. Some believe there was one was good, one was bad, or just agreeable and disagreeable. So, don't let anybody tell you that you're crazy for thinking outside the box or believing in certain things like this. As far as like, um, otherworldly things. So some people, like I said, believe they're myth. Some people believe that this was metaphoric. And some believe, like I said before, that we are the quote unquote aliens that we're searching for. But for all my high vibrational, you know, individuals, you have an understanding, as I said again, and I'll say again over and over, that you have a soul. Everyone does not have a soul. Like I explained before, you have these entities, you know, that go out and take people out, and they do anything for greed, money, to, you know, keep organizations and corporations and stuff going. They don't have a feeling about animal life. They don't have a feeling about, you know, what you would call human life. They don't have a feeling about, you know, insects and all these other different things. When it come down to the greed of the fallen, those people do not possess souls. That's another reason why, you know, certain people having more problems than others, because certain individuals is not built to do the same thing as a soulless being, you know, and that's who they employ. That's who they employ, you know, the police force, etc. You know, I don't believe that there's a good cop, but at the same time, I just feel like it's level-headed cops. It's cops that's just trying to do their job and make it home safely. And unfortunately, you know that I don't even get too deep and even mention, but you know who they is, the spy agencies and all this other stuff. You know, a lot of these individuals, you know, are part of, you know, secret organizations. And that's probably why people be hating on me. It's like I speak the truth. You know, I first started off to come off as a blogger, which, you know, I might still do it because I'm, you know, I'm just really diverse. So I really don't try to put this content in, you know, in a box, in one box category. But, you know, for me personally, believing that, you know, I have a and we, not just me, but we have a, what you would call supernatural or extraterrestrial, whatever, origins. Maybe not all people. Now, everybody may not agree with this. You got some people believe that they're certain just earthborn, meaning this just where people come from. Now, I can't agree to disagree because I didn't do my full due diligence about what I was born on earth. You were born on earth, right? But does that mean that's where our origins come from? Maybe that's why they say many are called and only a few are chosen. See, we spoke on the simulation, going down, down, down this rabbit hole. Life is a rabbit hole. You know, I don't believe personally we, what they call, die because we're energy. But life could be complex, but yet so simple. If we exist, why can't other things exist? So that's why a person will say, well, do you think there were actually beings? They said the gods sent the women of earth and took them as their wives. The Anunnaki, and probably, you don't know who else probably mixed or spliced DNAs. We don't know. We wasn't there. That's why we go on beliefs. And that's why we study. That's why we seek. But the whole time it keep telling you to know who you are. So when you start to realize who you are, then everything else fall in place. There's not too much difference from down here to outer space. That's why they said the same as up there, down here. It's just different levels. Now, you have to also understand, like, I was, again, scrolling down the YouTube feed or whatever they call it, and I see Elon Musk and Kanye West having a conversation. Now I don't know if Elon must have a show or whatnot, but they showed a flashback, and they both looked younger before. That mean they look younger, so I don't know if it was 20, 15 years ago they sat down before. But anyway, the whole discussion was about the AI and how Kanye West, I'm not fully sure because it was only like a 1, 2 minute clip. I didn't sit back, or maybe I need to do my full due diligence, but they were speaking about the AI and the robots from Apple, you know, and how some people think it's a good thing and some people think it's a bad thing. You know, like I said, I personally think that's just a sign of the mark of the beast. You know, some people thought it was the sickness, if you follow me, when we was all around with masks on our face. You know, I just think with the AI, it's just, you know, and I don't want to just call people evil, you know what I mean? But I just feel like with this type of technology, and just like how they say the quote unquote Anunnaki spliced the quote unquote modern day human DNA, I think that the fallen ones, because what you have to have an understanding is everybody is not a human that looks like a human form. If they told you something created you or put you in a form of something, that means even the gods or the ultimate scientists or whoever else that look like me and you. So how would you even know what you're seeing or what you're entertaining? Even in the Bible it say, be careful who you're or what you're entertaining, because you may be entertaining an angel. Now some people that go even deeper, not to keep jumping back and forth with the Anunnaki thing, some people even believe that there were different types of Anunnakis that came from different type of, because all it means is those that descended from down to heaven to earth. So there were many different types of Anunnakis from our understanding. And some believe that they were reptilian. If you ever seen the man, I don't know if they even continued the show, the man that fell down the restaurant. See, I can't even remember. I don't know, but he said they were in this atmosphere, you know. But it seemed like they lived somewhere else. But he said, I can't even think of the word he used. But he looked like a melanated man, aka black. They showed reptilian type of and I spoke on this before too. I spoke on this, you know, looking reptilian and showing the planets they came from, or it didn't look like Earth to me. So I'm just making this video too to say that we are living in strange times. You know, everything is being recorded. There's no such thing as privacy. You have to use your discernment because the devil is always playing tricks. You know, some of those devices in the skies is from here. Like I said, you got very intelligent people that know how to build things, etc. But you got things that may not even be from here or whatever you want to look at. You know, whatever you want to call it, something that's beyond what we know, beyond our technology. You know, so like I said, even with there's many star families and things like that. But I don't want to get so deep into that because, again, this content is not for the simple minded. So it's so deep, especially with this thing called knowledge. You got people debating and arguing, you know, about who was where first and this, that, and the third, or who came up with this. This knowledge is not just for one man. This knowledge is just not for, you know, there's nothing new under the sun. The only original thought come from the original gods. Everything else is nothing new under the sun. Each one teach one. So to be debating or arguing, I could be wrong on certain things. What we do when we wrong, we study and show ourselves self-approved, you know? And always understand that spook, that savior, just like that Christ and the Buddhas, that Christ, that's that consciousness, you know? Maybe them were our ancestors. Maybe they were time traveling. You know, some people say there are many versions of ourselves, that this world is parallel, mirrors to one another. So if they're up there, then who are we down here? They say we all have, what they call it, a double ganger, or somebody that looks like, I've seen somebody that look exactly like me before, and it's scary. Because what if that person went out and did some crazy stuff, and then they come get me or you or whoever? It's true. I really believe. I'm not sure how full that I believe in it, but I have seen individuals before that resemble me in my stature and everything else. But I'll get deep. I'm gonna end the video, right now. But I'll go more. But get the likes up, get the subs up, support the channel. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Check out the short feeds. Check out the lives, and more to come. And again, I do want to say, I started to do the whole blog, and I was gonna make it on another channel, but I believe I'm gonna start getting into this more of the celebrity thing. Even though, it is something I like. I feel like this more of my purpose, but I don't want to be put in a category. I was gonna make a whole nother channel, but it's always a meaning behind this. So no matter who I'm talking about, whether it's a famous celebrity, whether it's an unknown person, whether it's what they would call spiritual, you know, it's all gonna make sense. It's always gonna be a meaning behind it. It's always a message in a glass bottle. I'm out. Triple ones, the God owners, 13, and I'm out.